Giving it all we got, giving it all we can, giving it all we got. Oh, climbing up to the top of the world, no fear, we're gonna make it. Everything we want is ours. Whoa.
Hey, good morning, guys. How you doing? How you doing? Craig here. That's right, back at it on the tie farm, where I have completed a little bit, or I should say too much welding. That was yesterday. And today is gonna be a day of cement. My worst, or my least favorite thing to do is mix cement, no matter what. I don't care if it's for mortar or for foundation or whatever, but it's a bummer. But what I'm gonna do, yeah, I've already kind of started, not fixing cement, but getting it ready and stuff. By the way, this is what I completed. I completed my deck. These two are just kind of laying up there. This is kind of like where the ladder's gonna be. You know, I don't know if I got that angle right. I could use it that steep and just make the steps different. I think that'd be all right. What I wound up doing was, if y'all remember, I had this A-frame that I was using as a model, kind of, right? And I realized something that I was debating. Like, after I put this up here as a sample laying up here, I realized that if it was going this way, if I made the bars going this way, you know, and where it only went, you know, half as width or whatever, half the width of the length, that would be much more stable to walk on, or to otherwise, you know, have a bed on there and stuff. I thought, man, so I need to cut all these in half, reverse the layout so they're going like this. And then I realized that I needed to put, I mean, I already knew anyway, but I was gonna put this support in the middle, and then I had this A-frame and it was already kind of welded like this, and I thought, you know what, maybe I can use that. So I wound up sorting that out, and I sampled putting this, you know, this piece of metal I already welded together and everything in here as a support. And then I realized that these beams are you know, really it's right in the middle, so they're half lengths already, which means that it's the same exact thing if I was laying it this way, right? If I was laying it this way, they would come out to about this long, and with a support on the end. And so what I've done is I've done the same thing, it's just at a different angle, because they're all supported right in the middle. So yeah, I can do my pull-ups here, man. Yeet. But yeah, and then of course, you know, cosmetically, this is obviously going to look a lot different. I'm probably going to put a facade on this, maybe a wood facade or something like that. I welded this you can't even hardly move because I wedged it in there real good. But I welded a little piece of that old scrap metal that I had in there, and I'm going to bolt that down to the ground. But what I did this morning, I cut my lengths of round bar to be used in my wall here. This is the first wall I'm going to build on this side, and I went ahead and put the round bar in here. This is that one leftover piece of rebar, that all the rebar in these bricks go down into the ground a good, at least a good 3 feet probably. You know, they were each piece was like 1 meter long, and I nailed them all the way down. I wanted to get down into the thicker clay, because what the previous issue with here was, it was this kind of subsidence a little bit, but the subsidence was, you know, it was decades old probably, so it's probably stopped. But anyway, so now yeah, and what I did was, here you can't see it, but I angled the drill cut, you know, and I didn't really think of that before, but I saw the tie guys doing it, which was, you know, instead of the bar going straight in there, you bend the end over a little bit like that. Yeah, like that, whatever. You bend the end over and slip it in that way, so it kind of locks it better, which makes sense. Anyway, so I did that, hammered that in there, got it drilled. I think it's gonna be good. And then what I'll do is I'll probably bring it up to where the steel meets. And then you know, this is actually you know, it's a short throw, man. It's a short wall, so I thought, do I need to put the beam? You know, should I solid beam pour the middle? I don't think I need to do that. And then I thought, wait a minute, you know what I might as well do? I might as well solid pour beam the top. So what I'll do is I'll build that wall up to about here, and then I'll form this up to be inclusive of this beam. So I'll put the form right up underneath here, right, or on this side. So anyway, so I'll form this up to be inclusive of that beam, and then I'll make that into a solid concrete beam. That'll help support the wall a lot better, especially if this beam is encased in it. And then I'll do the same for that side. Although I have no forms, so I'll have to figure that out. I don't want to, you know, I really don't want to go buy big old pieces of form board that I'm only going to use once before I have to let it sit and suck up moisture and then ultimately be rotten. I'll burn it or something. So I don't have more metal pipe. I mean, normally if I had that 4-inch steel, I could use that as a form, but I do have some bricks here. That's not going to get me very far, but it will get me started until I can get myself in the groove, so to speak. Because once I get going with brick work, I can keep going. I can pretty much get it going. I got my cement ready here. That's almost 2 bags. That should be plenty to get the mortar fixed for that. I got some fine cement over there for rendering later, but yeah, I should have everything I need to get started on this wall, make it go up. The decision that one of the, you know, things I was struggling with was in my overall kind of design that runs through my brain every, ooh yeah, got the fan going all the time, is whether or not this wall would be just a solid wall. Because this whole area here and here and here is all open. That's all open, see-through glass and stuff. So there's plenty of open space there for someone to look out that way into the grass. The wall would allow some level of privacy without having to worry about a window. The door is right there in the corner side. This wall goes all the way up, although I think I'm gonna put a round hole in that wall, maybe, or maybe I'll fill that one up and put the round hole out here on the porch side. No, I think, well, see what I mean? First things first is this wall, and I think I should make it a solid wall, but this wall will be solid going up here too, although there'll probably be a window at some point on this side. I thought of a little side window, like, you know, skinny windows like I have on the one over there, but again, this area is all open, so I don't know. You let me know what you think. I'm gonna work on this wall. I won't get finished probably for this video on this wall. Can I do a whole wall in a day? I probably could. It seems like it's easy. You can just go, but you can't. You gotta lay those bricks down. You gotta drill holes, put more rebar. You gotta set the forms. All mix this cement, mix this cement, mix this cement. So I might not finish this wall. And maybe if I can, maybe I'll get this video out with the wall unfinished. And y'all let me know if I should put a window in that wall. Again, mind you, the ceiling is see-through, and this whole front foyer or whatever kind of is see-through from top to bottom. So, you know, I could just build, maybe I could build half of the wall to the next bar level, stop, and then start building out the doorway area. That way I can wait on that for some feedback, and that way if I am going to put a window there, I'll still have time to put a window in there. Although, anyway, let me mix some cement and start building some walls instead of breaking them down like I usually do. All right, man, back at you. Well, that's going to be about it, because ran out of bricks, no more bricks, and yeah, but got her done. It was challenging, but here, check it out. Boom! That's a half a wall, kind of like one that America built, half a wall. Anyway, yeah, it was all day. I put 2 round bar sections in there. One actually here, another one right here, and yeah, I used a string to keep myself a little bit true. But remember me talking earlier, this is not perfectly straight, so I can't line the wall up to the edge. If it was perfectly straight, I could do that, but it's not. But the wall is straight. That's the important thing, because it'll go up to where this is straight. And but yeah, it was brutal. Looks like it's gonna rain too. A little bit of rain cloud over there. My wife said it rained this morning, like early this morning, about 3 or 4 in the morning. Oh man, brutal. I cleaned up a shitload of dust, cement dust. That ain't no good. I don't know how many. I don't know how long this video is, but if it's not long enough for my desired length, I'm gonna include my trip yesterday out to the motorcycle auction. I brought my camera there, but I forgot it out in the truck or whatever. I don't know. And so anyway, at the time, I just used my phone. I mean, the phone can work. It's an X Max. It's not the best quality, but it's pretty good. So yeah, I filmed some of the activity out at the motorcycle auction, the SIA motorcycle auction. Pretty cool. Definitely cool. I'll go again. Probably I would go again. You guys check it out if you want to. If you want to get a better deal on a used bike or this or that or whatever. But I talk about what the deal is with the auction in that video. But like I said, if I don't include it, I'll make it on its own video so y'all can check it out. I'm dying, man. I'm dying over here. And what else I was gonna say? I was gonna talk about something. Oh. I don't know. I know I gotta wash all this cement off me, off of my feet and legs before I go in the house. Otherwise, I will get an earful. We don't want that. Oh, I know I was gonna say, because I was over there in an earlier video, earlier snake video, not the last one or two, but the one where I caught that snake over there and I went like this, and you know, anyway, I think it was that one, or maybe the next one. I talked about I was over here, right, working on the cement thing, or the metal or whatever, and I caught a little snake, and it was little, you know, I didn't know what kind it was. I let it go, but it bit me in the hand, you know, with my glove on, and but I didn't know what it was, and I had mentioned in the video that I couldn't find it. I couldn't ID it on the, you know, on the biodiversity page, or looking all over the Thailand, you know, pages for snakes and all that. I just couldn't find it, man. It was this really cool looking snake, and anyway, I forgot about it until, sure enough, there was some guy posted a video in the biodiversity one, I think, or expats or whatever, but and he was holding it, and it was almost the exact same snake, but really bright orange underbelly, you could tell, and then when he talked about it, he ID'd it as this, some type of, you know, some type of, I don't know, yeah, I forget, Asian coral snake or something. Anyway, the comments lit up like, they were lit up like, dude, that is a fucking deadly snake. And I was like, what? And so, you know, long story short, that a snake that bit me, and you know, that I had been trying to identify, was in fact a deadly snake. Fortunately, it didn't bite through my glove. I probably wouldn't be here today, because I would have ignored that bite, going, it was nothing. But yeah, so it made me think, don't do that. I mean, I gotten pretty comfortable with snakes. I ain't worried too much about them now, but on the ones I cannot outright identify, don't let them get you, man. But yeah, I'll see if I can try and find that link. I don't know. I thought I saved the page or something so I could identify it later, but if not, well, maybe some of y'all know it. Some kind of coral snake, I think it was called. But man, brutal. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the update on my little shack. It's coming along there nicely. Wall's coming up. The deck is secured. I'm ready, man. I'm ready to do some more. All right, we'll get back at you, and thanks for watching. Keep watching.